Hey friends, Don here. There are experiences in life that never fully leave you. They shape you, they challenge you, and sometimes wake you up to things you didn't want to see. One of those moments for me happened back in 2004 when the church I served suddenly erupted in a massive backdraft. I was serving a congregation in Sycamore, Illinois, and found myself standing outside that building as it exploded without warning. One moment, I was running toward it, both as the pastor and the fire department chaplain, and the next, I was on the ground with stones falling around me. In an instant, everything I knew, my work, my identity, the life I had built, it was all literally on fire in front of me. The blast, it lifted the roof off the building, it injured 2 firefighters, but what stayed with me even more wasn't the explosion. It was how quickly I slipped into pretending I was fine. No pause, no breath, no checking in with myself, just mask on, keep going. Now to be clear, my alcoholism, it had taken root long before that day. It was already a part of my life, quietly growing and shaping the choices I made. The fire didn't create the problem, but it did shake something loose. It pushed everything I had been trying to hide right up to the surface. And in the months that followed, my drinking escalated. What had been a coping mechanism became the way I tried to outrun everything I didn't want to feel. Looking back, there was something I couldn't see at the time. When life overwhelms us, the real danger usually isn't the fire on the outside. It's the story we tell ourselves about how we're supposed to handle it. Pride and ego played a huge role in that. But the pressure was mostly self-imposed. I told myself I had to hold everything together, to be the steady one, the strong one. Underneath that was a fear of being seen as weak. I didn't want my congregation to see it. I didn't want my family to see it. And honestly, I didn't want to face it myself. So even though I was falling apart inside, I kept showing up like nothing was wrong. I hid behind the role and the expectations. I didn't let anyone see the cracks, and I worked hard not to look at them myself. And it's important to say this. The rebuilding, it didn't start that day in 2004. My journey back took years. Years of thinking I was improving only to end up causing more hurt to myself and to the people who were simply trying their best to love me. It took a long time before I could finally admit I wasn't okay. Today, things look different. When life gets heavy or something unexpected rattles me, I try to pause long enough to ask, what's really going on inside of me? And what do I need to face instead of avoid? Most of us don't fall apart because something went wrong. We fall apart because we don't give ourselves permission to feel what's actually happening. We push it down or we run from it. Today, life is teaching me how to respond instead of react, how to stay present instead of hiding, how to keep showing up instead of sliding back into old patterns. We don't get better by pretending we're fine. We get better by being honest. So this week, if something feels heavy or uncertain, give yourself a moment to tell the truth. A breath, a pause, a little kindness toward yourself in the middle of whatever you're carrying. Healing, it begins in presence, not performance. Wishing you a grounded, gentle week ahead. Take care, my friends.